Jessica, a 23-year-old from Ohio, was suffering through a brutal July heatwave. With her apartment's AC broken, she began sleeping on her screened-in porch, facing a backyard bordered by woods. One night, just as she drifted off, she heard slow, deliberate footsteps in the park behind her fence. The footsteps stopped directly behind her yard. Silence fell. No crickets, no wind. Then heavy, controlled breathing. Jessica froze. Her phone was inside, out of reach. Suddenly, she heard slow scratching along her wooden fence. Back and forth, deliberate, echoing in the night. Then a whisper, chilling and familiar. "I know you're out there, Jessica." He said her name. The voice continued. "I've been watching you sleep out here. Night after night. You look so peaceful." The fence rattled. Jessica realized this wasn't random. Someone had been stalking her for weeks. She tried to slip inside quietly, but the voice grew excited. "There you are. Don't go inside, Jessica. We're just getting to know each other." The fence shook violently as she fumbled with the door. "Jessica!" he screamed, banging the fence. She burst inside and called 911. Police arrived to find deep scratch marks and loose fence posts. "Ma'am," an officer said, "these marks aren't fresh. Someone's been doing this for weeks. You just never noticed." Jessica never slept outside again. Sometimes, on quiet summer nights, she still hears scratching. In rural Minnesota, college friends rented a lake house for a summer weekend. Among them was Alex, who always loved the isolation and star-filled sky. The first night, they built a bonfire and stayed up late. Around 2 a.m., Alex stepped outside for air and noticed something odd. What looked like a faint lantern bobbing in the woods across the lake. He watched as the light flickered closer, weaving between trees, until it stopped directly across from the house. The light went out. The next morning, Alex mentioned it, but everyone laughed. Locals, however, warned, "Stay inside at night. People see things out there." The second night, Alex woke to the sound of footsteps on the porch. He peeked through the blinds. A figure stood at the edge of the dock, unmoving, facing the house, illuminated by moonlight. The figure's head jerked up, as if sensing Alex's gaze. Slowly it raised a hand and waved. Alex ducked down, heart pounding. The figure vanished. At dawn, they found muddy footprints leading from the woods to the dock, then disappearing into the water. On their last night, the group heard slow, methodical knocking on every window, one after the other, circling the house. They huddled together until sunrise. When they finally dared to look outside, they found a single lantern sitting on the porch. No footprints, no sign of anyone. To this day, Alex refuses to return to that lake house. Sometimes, he dreams of a lantern bobbing in the darkness, always getting closer. Maya, a university student, spent her summer working late shifts at a diner. Most nights, she walked home through quiet city streets. One humid night, she noticed a man in a hoodie standing under a streetlight watching her. She crossed the street. He crossed too. She picked up her pace. So did he. She ducked into a convenience store, waited, then hurried home. But the next night, he was there again. And the next. Always standing under the same streetlight, always watching. One night, as she neared her apartment, she heard footsteps behind her. She ran, fumbled with her keys, and slammed the door behind her. Minutes later, a soft knock echoed through her apartment. She peered through the peephole. The man was standing there grinning. He pressed a note against the glass. You look beautiful when you're scared. Maya called the police. Patrols increased, but the man was never caught. She moved out at the end of summer. Sometimes she still feels eyes on her as she walks home at night. These stories remind us that summer nights, no matter how warm or inviting, can hide unimaginable terrors. If you enjoyed these true accounts, subscribe to Dark Whispers for more stories that will keep you awake long after the video ends. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you on a summer night? Share your story in the comments below, and remember, sometimes the real monsters are the ones we never see.